Dachshunds are relatively small dogs with an ideal weight of around 24 pounds. Obie, one of the world's most famous formerly fat dogs, weighed an eye-popping 77 pounds, more than 3 times a healthy weight for his breed. Check out Obie's weight loss journey. Nora Vanatta adopted Obie in 2012, and as of today, he's approximately 13 years old and living his best life. Obie weighs 22 pounds and has maintained this healthy weight for nearly 6 years. But that wasn't always the case. Before Vanatta came into the picture, Obie was living with an elderly couple who overfed the poor little dachshund. Unfortunately, the dog's lack of exercise caused his weight to skyrocket to 77 pounds. That's twice the normal weight for a dog his size. At one point, a family member of the elderly couple contacted an animal rescue group to assist in finding Obie a better forever home. And that's when the dachshund and Vanatta finally met. Vanatta is a certified veterinary technician. She also has a degree in animal sciences. So when she heard of Obie's weight situation, she was more than happy to take him in August 2012 to help turn him into a better, healthier, and happier Obie. Vanatta is the first to tell you that you can't force an obese dog to exercise. But you do have power over what you feed him. It was 90% diet with Obie and barely any exercise, she wrote on the Facebook page, Obie Dog Journey. She fed him Purina Veterinary Dietome. The OM Overweight Management Canine formula is only available through a vet. It contains dietary protein that boosts the metabolism to burn off excess fat and helps pooches feel full. The OM formula is a high-protein to calorie ratio diet that will help Obie maintain lean muscle mass while burning his excess fat as energy, she explained on her Facebook post. Obie's overweight issues required an assessment of his health to rule out any medical conditions. So, Vanatta worked hand-in-hand with a veterinarian to make sure her little furball would lose weight safely, which is 1% to 2% a week, while still getting all the nutrients he needed. Vanatta warns that reducing the amount of food given to a dog isn't the right way to go and can lead to health issues. So instead, she recommends a specially formulated diet that includes high-quality dry kibble as a maintenance diet. It was impossible to know for sure how many calories Obie had been consuming before. So, the first month of his diet was sort of like a trial to figure out what his energy requirements were. She figured Obie probably needed somewhere along 500 calories a day, so she split the kibble into 4 meals and then transitioned him to 2 meals per day. She only adjusted his calorie intake twice during the first year. Vanatta also fed Obie healthy meals like apples, carrots, and a variety of vegetables. But he helped himself to treats in the backyard like blackberries and plums, every now and then. And during his first year of rehab, Obie lost a whopping 50 pounds. Obie's weight goal was originally 25 pounds. So, with the help of his new diet and all the new daily activities Vanatta introduced into his life, the pooch started shedding more and more pounds. Vanatta realized that Obie wasn't an active dog, but she encouraged him to walk around the block and play in the backyard with her other dogs, too, instead of lounging around on the ground all day. By the spring of 2013, Obie had lost so much fat, he wound up with tons of extra skin, which made it difficult for him to play and run around with his fellow pooches. So, in April 2013, he went under the knife to remove all the extra skin. After he had recovered from surgery, Obie was a shadow of his former self, and without all the excess skin, he was free to play without anything holding him back. But to be honest, his human mom couldn't have stopped him if she tried. Pet lovers are head over paws with the adorable dachshund's weight loss success story. So Vanatta has kept people updated on Obie's progress on the Facebook page, Obie Dog Journey. The page currently has more than 390,000 followers and approximately 400,000 likes so far. On August 4, 2019, Obie and his adoptive siblings went on an overnight camping trip. Vanatta wrote on Facebook that Obie didn't do any hiking that day because, at his advanced age, he's not a huge fan of walking, especially when it gets too hot. With an estimated 54% of dogs and cats suffering from obesity in the United States, Vanatta is hoping Obie's journey towards a healthier self will inspire pet owners to do what is best for their animals. Obie wasn't the only dog who struggled with weight issues. Kale Chips is a beagle who weighed 85 pounds, which was way too much for his legs. So, he was often wheeled around in a wagon. Now he's living and loving life after losing 22 pounds. Daisy the bulldog from Middlesbrough, United Kingdom, weighed 28.3 kilos, which was 50% more than she should have weighed. But with the help of the PDSA Pet Hospital's PetFit Club, her owner, Gillian Torrell, got Daisy on the treadmill and helped her lose 27% of her body weight. Jack, The Cavalier King Charles Spaniel weighed 45.2 pounds, which was twice his ideal weight. He could barely walk and was panting all the time because he was 105% overweight. But in just 6 short months, he lost 7.9 inches off his waistline and 14 pounds. That's 31% of his body weight thanks to PDSA, the United Kingdom's veterinary charity. Strudel's owner had passed away, and on top of that, the obese golden retriever weighed 81 pounds when she was taken to the Hearts for Hounds Animal Rescue. But she had a tough time walking because of her inflamed joints. John and Christy Cotthouse, who own the Zoom Room in Virginia Beach, Virginia, saw Strudel and volunteered to train the pooch. They also worked with a vet to give her a proper diet to get her back on track. The golden retriever was willing and able to work with the couple and eventually lost 25 pounds. So now that she was fully healthy again, she was free to look for a forever home. If you enjoyed this story, wait for our next story starting in 10 seconds. When you share on social media, you're putting yourself on the line. Just ask these people who shared their own bad parenting on social media, thinking they were being funny or helpful. So they never expected the huge backlashes they faced. And some of them paid the consequences big time. South Carolina authorities charged Caitlin Elise Hardy with cruelty to children after she recorded a 36-second clip of herself laughing as she poured a bottle of water on her sleeping baby. The baby jumped and cried. Hardy posted the video on Facebook saying she did it because the baby kept her up at night. Rachel Steeringer turned herself into Clay County Sheriff's deputies after the Florida Department of Children and Families learned she posted a Facebook photo of her baby smoking a bong. But Steeringer claimed it was fake and that she never put tobacco in the pipe. Leanne Fisher from Mason, Ohio, stood up to a student bullying her child. Fisher posted an Instagram video in which she threatened the 4th grade bully from Western Row Elementary. Fisher said she would strike back at anyone who went after her child. She got 14 days in jail and 5 years probation after being charged with menacing. Brianna Ashanti Lofton of North Carolina was charged with felony child abuse for allegedly posting a Facebook video which showed her giving her baby a controlled substance. And if you're wondering what kind it was, well, it's the kind you smoke. Wake County Child Protective Services then took the baby into their care. She's been charged with 2 counts of felony child abuse, contributing to delinquency, and possession. Georgia resident Katie Bauer, the blogger behind the Bauer Power blog, was appalled that her 6-year-old son didn't get a lot of likes, compared to his siblings whenever she posted photos of him. To make things worse, she made that backhanded comment when she took to Instagram to wish him a happy birthday. Bauer claimed that it bothered her that her munchkin didn't get enough attention. But some parents questioned her sanity for putting too much value in her son's social media ranking, and her poor parenting ended up going viral. Peter Hansen's mom posted a photo of him in his Navy uniform with the hashtag #HimToo, the same hashtag being used by a movement that's become the anti-version of the hashtag #MeToo movement. Hansen had to do his own damage control and let the world know he absolutely supports the hashtag #MeToo movement on social media, no thanks to his mom, who meant well. Hansen told BBC, "It's my mum just being a little silly, I wouldn't put too much thought into it." A man dangled his young cousin out of his 15th floor apartment window in Algiers, Algeria. The Facebook caption read, 1,000 likes or I will drop him. He was arrested and charged. But he claimed Facebook users altered the photo to make it seem like the child was in danger when it wasn't. Tavis Sellers from Virginia turned himself into cops after posting a live Facebook video of himself and his 17-year-old son boxing as punishment for skipping school. During the 5-minute video, the teen was seen crying and was injured too. Social workers investigated immediately and Sellers was arrested. Jaswinder Bedi and his son Yatin Bedi from Hiboul Kalen in Ludhiana were charged with posting on social media with obscene photos of a young woman and 2 male students from a private university. It was determined that the father and son did this in order to defame the students. They ended up getting charged and booked. An unnamed mom from Beaverton, Ontario, Canada, posted a few videos on social media showing her 3-year-old steering the wheel of her vehicle while the child sat on the woman's lap. Neither of them was wearing seatbelts, which wouldn't have made the situation any better, really. Authorities tracked the woman down and charged her with careless driving and parent not providing necessities of life. Janie Lachelle Talley from Charlotte, North Carolina, allowed her 16-year-old son to post videos on social media of himself and others setting themselves on fire for the social media fire challenge. Maybe she thought she was giving her teen free rein. But she wound up charged with contributing to the delinquency of a juvenile. Mike and Heather Martin got into some trouble after posting a YouTube video screaming at their son for spilling ink on the carpet. But it was a prank. He didn't do it. Their invisible ink prank left viewers angry as heck, so they used an online petition to get Child Protective Services to investigate. And that's how the Martins temporarily lost custody of their son. Kira Hudson tried teaching her tween daughter Amia a lesson on the dangers of Facebook. She posted a photo of Amia on social media to prove how easy it is for strangers to see her pic. The photo went viral fast, but it moved beyond Facebook. Somehow, 4chan pranksters ended up finding Hudson's Facebook page and home address and ordered them some pizza. But they also edited the kid's photo to send mom a message. Maybe you shouldn't use your daughter as an experiment to prove your point. This forced Hudson to remove her daughter from her Facebook page and get rid of any personal info. Jay Feely posted a Twitter pic in which he wished his daughter and her date a great time at the prom. But he got a ton of backlash because the photo showed Feely holding a gun while posing with his daughter and her date. So Feely was forced to apologize. He claimed it was meant as a joke. In 2015, Roman Atwood pranked his girlfriend, Brittany Smith, by making her think their 3-year-old son, Kane, blew up while riding a four-wheeler. While Smith was distracted, Kane jumped off the bike and was replaced by a dummy. When she turned back, she saw what appeared to be her son's final moments. The video went viral. In 2014, a U.S. couple checked their son's temperature with a thermometer, then told him he had Ebola. But the kid wasn't laughing. In fact, he burst into tears. The video went viral with almost 2 million views in the first 2 days, but some viewers felt the parents may have scarred their kid for life. Boguslaw Matlik from Illinois was seen forcing his son into the boot of his car as an alleged social experiment, which sounded more like punishment. The child's mom Laura Quijano was in on it too, and they filmed the entire thing. The son was put in the care of relatives while the parents faced child endangerment charges. Laquanda Linnea Mosley from Georgia was arrested after sending her baby's father, Kevin Banks, a video through Facebook showing her dunking her 5-month-old daughter's head in water. She allegedly did this to get Banks to pay child support. She was arrested and charged with felony aggravated assault. Gina tagged her teen daughter, Alexis, in the pic of a male model named David. It was meant to be a social media joke, but backfired after Alexis wound up dating the guy. 3 weeks after meeting the guy and seeing him only once, Alexis sneaked out of the house to go live with him. But Gina claims David kidnapped and manipulated Alexis to turn her against her family. A Danish dad named Torben Chris posted a photo on Facebook having a bath with his 2-year-old daughter. He got tons of backlash accusing him of being gross. But he clapped back claiming that parents and kids can take baths together. Nudity with your child is not gross, but natural, said Chris. Val Starks from Denver was disappointed that her 13-year-old daughter made a Facebook account behind her back. What's more, the teen claimed she was a 19-year-old on her page and used a photo of herself wearing a bra for her profile pic. So Starks gave the girl the choice of posting a Facebook video of being spanked or posting a video about what she'd done. The girl chose the spanking, so Starks chose the video. But some felt that this teachable moment was bordering on humiliation and trauma.